Hey everybody, it's Pastor Tom with your Tuesday devotional. So I've been thinking a lot about the faithfulness of God. Now that brought to mind something that a group had done here last year at church. It was an exercise called the Journey Wall. Now what we did was we thought back through the history of faith and all the relevant occurrences that happened. We put on a Post-it note on this big wall we called the Journey Wall. And at the end of it, we looked through all the things that were posted, and we were really struck by the fact that God has been faithful. And so some of these things, it started back in 1981 when faith began. I had no idea we'd been around for that long, honestly. And then Pastor Bill arrives in 1991, so 10 years after the beginning of the church. There's things on here like the Labor Day weekend camp out at Lakeside, sending in-house missionaries, the small group ministries beginning in 1998, the first service over here in KMD in 2003. I started attending this church around 2004, I believe. That wasn't on here, but anyways. 2005, there's tons of Post-it notes on the wall here. So as time passed, just the evidence of God working in this church has grown and grown and grown. Of course, Pastor Bill's retirement, 2019, all the great outreaches that we've been through. So again, what really struck me about this was the faithfulness of God that was displayed all throughout the history of the church. In a lot of ways, God displays that same faithfulness in our lives as individuals. So look back over your own life. Think about all the things that you've been through. When you look back on it now, you're just like, I don't know how I got through that. And the truth is, God got you through that because God is faithful. It says in Lamentations chapter 3, verse 22 through 23, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Now, isn't that just such a comfort? As we struggle through this unprecedented season, as Pastor Brent always likes to say, we know that when 2020 passes, COVID in 2020, it's just going to be another Post-it note on the wall of God's faithfulness. We're going to need a pretty big Post-it note. Bigger. That's about right. So anyways, God is faithful. He will see us through this. So what do you think, Faith Church? 2020 passes. We're going to say, hey, we got this. We made it through. Actually, that's not quite true. We're going to say, hey, we made it. God got us through. So anyways, think on that. Pray about that and look for your own journey wall, the evidences of God's faithfulness throughout your own life, and thank Him and praise Him for that. All right. God bless.